Hello, my beautiful survivors. How are you? This is Karina from Stroke Surviving the Odds, the podcast. Where the mission of the show is to help you move forward past the events of the stroke, reclaim your life, reclaim your identity, and everything that has been disshuffled since. And God knows, after stroke, a lot of things are disshuffled. I also want to remind you that Stroke Surviving the Odds, the podcast, and today the video cast are more than spaces where we talk about stroke, but rather we are talking more of the possibility of survival, and we share strategies on manageable possibilities on how to do it. Now, if you're seeing this, it's because you're on YouTube right now. And I'll invite you to subscribe. It's free. And I'm always saying if it's free, it's for me. Hit the bell, please. That would be great. Thank you. And that way you're going to have done your good action of the day. As for me, I suffered a brainstem dissection 28 years ago. I was left in a coma in a locked-in syndrome. But as you can see, I am here living my very best life. And guess what? You guys are a very big part of that. So I want to thank you. Today's guest is one of our recurring guests because she has an amazing story. But today, I want you to know that she is moving forward. So a little backstory on her. She has suffered an electrocution that she survived. She also survived a stroke. Yes, she is in constant physical and emotional pain. However, she decided to close that chapter of her life. And she's open to see what the next part of her life is going to be. So I want to introduce to you guys Stacy. I still don't know how to present out and then say your last name. So I'm just going to call you Stacy. Thank you for being here again.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. Very, very excited to be here with you again.
Great. Okay, we kind of went back and forth on that. And yes, your life has been full of ups and downs. And what made you decide that you want to leave the past behind? What made you decide that?
I can't, I got to a point where I couldn't live like this anymore. And I'm willing, I'm at the bottom of the barrel. I've tried everything, and I'm ready for new beginnings. I'm giving it completely up to God. But yeah, I'm tired. You get to the point where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like I've reached
Yes,
the epitome of
yes.
tired.
There's a saying, Stacy, and I don't know if you've heard that one though. When the pain of remaining the same is greater than the pain of change, you will change. And that rock bottom that you're talking about is that pain, that big pit in your stomach. And you said, I'm going to bite the bullet and I'm just going to move forward.
Yes. Yeah, it's time.
So how is your morale? How is your mindset moving forward? What is your plan of action?
To stay as present as possible and stay in the moment, because the minute I start focusing on a symptom, I go back down that pity party and everything, it's a shitty place to be. So staying present, staying in the moment, realizing I can live with this pain. I can live with my disabilities. I can live with everything that has happened to me up until this point and say, I love you. I forgive you. I love the experience, but fuck off. It's now time for me to
Okay.
live my new life, whatever that's going to look like. So for an action plan, believe it or not, I'm staying quiet, and that is therapeutic for me. I'm staying isolated by choice. I'm still I'm still staying off social media. I'm still in a place where I'm really loving this piece because I'm seeing the healing tangibly. Like I'm seeing leaps and bounds from yesterday. So it's like I'm doing what I'm doing is working for the first time, and I'm just going to see where it goes. I'm excited.
The reason why I ask you that, Stacy, is because again, we talk back and forth. Okay, we've become friends and we're talking back and forth. There's no denying that I love you and you love me, but the audience, many of them are suffering the way you are. And I love how you describe that pity party. You just go back into, if you go into your mind into that pity party in the rabbit hole, you
Yeah.
either stay there
Yeah.
or you get out.
Yep. Yeah. But I'm giving myself grace this time around. And if I do go back, believe me, the last 2 weeks I've been there, I was soaking in the shit. Like I was in such a pity
Yeah.
party of shit. It was too much. But I give myself grace. And I said, you know what? Tomorrow's going to be better, whatever. And by staying present and having the tools and strategies that have helped me to get where I am now,
Mm-hmm.
I've got a pretty damn big toolbox. So I'm not so afraid to go back there as I was before, if that makes sense.
It does, absolutely, because everything is a choice, Stacy.
Yeah.
Everything we
Sure.
do is a choice.
Yep.
And well, you said a couple of things that are interesting. You said to remain present, and in today's life, it's hard because we have notifications all over the place. We have Alexa, we have Google, we have this and that. How do you stay present?
Oh, I have to turn everything off. I can't have any distractions at all. My phone goes off at a certain time. I don't listen to news. Like I have to be in a very specific bubble in order to maintain some sort of health and some kind of good health. But yeah, I turn everything off. I have to. I can't get involved in that. I can't.
Okay. Okay. You know, when my mom passed away in 2018, I was kind of I wasn't there yet in this particular bubble that you're talking about, that present bubble. But in regards to watching the news, I could not.
Mm.
I could not because there was so many things happening, and I find that many stroke survivors, and I know that you go also into groups on Facebook and whatnot, and it's so easy to get enveloped and engulfed into the conversations of other people. You know how misery loves company?
Yeah, I don't have the energy for that shit.
And I find that watching the news or getting involved in people's emotional
Nope.
story,
No.
sometimes, yeah, you agree? You're like that too, eh?
I can't do it. And I unfortunately, my friends have to understand because if they'll text me, it might be weeks before I text them back. And I do not feel bad about that. Like for the first time, I'm putting my health first. I'm setting strict boundaries because I have no
Love it.
choice. Like, as you know, we could sneeze and relapse. Like we could, like, we're so unpredictable with our health. So it's like I have to put my health first, and I don't care. This is my life. I've earned
I
this.
love
I've earned this.
Okay, now you're going to have to help the audience. You're going to have to help the listeners too, because that's amazing. When you said you set boundaries, that's thing number one you said, without guilt.
None.
And for stroke survivors, we feel guilty for everything, and you know it. So,
And I have Jewish guilt on top of that. Jewish guilt's the worst. I don't care what anyone says. I got the Jewish guilt on top of it. Just saying.
What do you mean? Explain the Jewish guilt.
You feel guilty about everything. It's just genetic, like everything you feel guilty about, and it's awful, and it's hereditary. And so, yeah, I had to get to a point where I don't feel guilty about anything. And it took a lot of therapy. I don't want anyone to think anything I've done is easy because every day is a struggle. Every day is a struggle. But I worked very hard on getting rid of all the guilt around everything. So, yeah.
I think you're right that there's a lot of guilt that's being had by, like you said, generational, that it's genetics, right?
Yeah.
But again, when we look at posts and we look at life, because now everything is on phones, everything is on our phone, right? It's so easy. And look, you felt guilty because you didn't answer someone fast enough.
I would.
That's that's rough.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Yep.
is rough, you know? So now I feel you much calmer. Believe it or not, you're a naturally you're a spitfire. You're very easily lit because you're so passionate. I think that's why we like each other, because we're both like that.
Yeah.
But at
I'm
the
all
same time,
fire.
I'm sorry.
I'm all fire.
What?
I'm all fire. Like I piss
Yes, you
fire.
are.
All fire. Yeah.
Yes. But I feel a sense of calm in you, though, Stacy, that you did not have the last time you were here.
No, I had a breakthrough this morning. Divine intervention, and my heart softened, and
Mm.
I'm learning every day. Like none of this is easy, and I'm open to learning something new every day. And I had a huge breakthrough in a session that I did with a kind of like a group community. Um, and it blew my mind, and it softened me. So yeah, my
Do
heart is open.
you care to share?
About the group, or
Well, about the awakening, what did you realize this morning that just hit you in the head and said, "Wow, come on, girl."
so this was the first meditation I went to with this woman. I didn't know her from Adam. And I joined a community about a week ago, and I've done 4 meditations so far, and I've loved the vibe. I've just loved everything about it. And I felt like I found my people. Like I was like, it's like, you know, when you know, there's no way you can't make that shit up. You know, when you know. So today, this morning, it was a heart coherence meditation, opening up your heart. And it was a meditation. And so she asked one person to come forward and kind of share a little bit about her situation. How can we help you? What can we do for you? So this girl came up. She was bedbound.
Okay, take your time. Take your time.
So
Take
she
your
was
time.
bedbound, and that was me a year ago. And it just hit a lot of like, oh my God, this is me. And she spoke maybe 5 sentences, and she asked, people to pray for her. She had surgery. She's recovering. And then this
Take your
girl did
time.
this meditation and brought all of us in, all of our shared energy to heal this woman, send her, obviously you can only heal yourself. We can't, whatever. Here comes my Reiki background. But, whatever. We facilitated this healing for this beautiful girl. And the energy was so palpable, and the joy that she felt. This was her first time. Just to have people there in a group praying for her, wishing her all these good wishes. I just saw the magnitude of what community, good, real, authentic community, people that really give a fucking shit. And it blew my mind. Like it blew my mind. And I cried everything, as you know, I told you that. But it was like a hallmark moment where
It's
I
okay.
just
It's okay.
I just wanted to remember that feeling the rest of my life, because it was pure magic. And yeah, so that kind of blew my mind.
Can I ask you, are you sensitive right now? Are you crying because the lady in the bed reminded you of where you are, and now you are actually walking, standing, talking? Or are you crying because of the beauty of the energy that was in the room?
I'm crying because the beauty of the energy, and I saw what complete strangers could do for another stranger, and it blew my mind, because I'm into all the woo woo shit. I'm into all the energy shit. I know all about it. I studied it. I was a Reiki master. Like I know a lot about energy healing. But to see 27 people in one room, the energy, yeah, it was the energy. And then of course I thought, where were my bitches a year ago? So of course I got a little snarky there. Like snarky Stacy came out. I was like, bitches. If I would have had this a year ago, I probably wouldn't have been preparing my death. You know what I'm saying? like, like, do you know what
My
I'm saying?
Stacy, this is my Stacy, my girl. Yes, I get you. And just to be clear, this was a virtual room, right?
Mhm. All over the
It
world,
was
people
virtual.
from
Yes.
Ghana,
Wow. And
the
you felt
Netherlands.
it. And you felt it.
I mean, I'm very prone to feeling energy as a Reiki practitioner, but to feel it to that magnitude, I have not felt something like this probably since I was electrocuted. So for the first time in 3.5 years, I was like, I need this every day. I need a dose of this shit every day. Like I was just, it blew my mind. The community part, like, it blew my mind. It blew my mind.
So what I understand, Stacy, is that this community feeling, because you're a Reiki master and you just left everything on the side, the energies, the stones, the all of that, you left it aside because of your own pity party, the way you call it. But now I have a feeling that it's coming back up. And now you want that, you just said, I want that feeling every day. You have all
Yeah,
the tools, man.
I
You've
do.
got all the knowledge and the tools.
I do. I do. It's definitely new beginnings. And I'm actually going to be coaching with them. So surprise.
Yay! Love it. Love it. Love it. That's part of the new chapter, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'll volunteer, but I'm going to be doing breath work for them once a week. And what more could I ask for? So yeah, divine intervention
You know
at
what
its
I
finest.
you know what I say, Stacy? The best way we can help ourselves is by helping others. And you're
Yeah,
paying it forward. If you want to volunteer your time, your energy, your knowledge, do you know how many people you're going to help just because of that personal emotional connection you had this morning? You are going to be giving that to hundreds, if not thousands of people out there. You
I hope
hold
so.
that. That's amazing. And I'm going to be one of the first ones in your class. Volunteer or not, I'm encouraging you. So please, guys, Stacy's going to give us her information at the end, of course. But really, I encourage you because I know that you're a beautiful, passionate, excited, picante person, right? But underneath that rough exterior, there's this soft soul that I'm getting to know, like piano piano, slowly slowly every time we talk. And I know that you have so much to bring out. I really believe that, Stacy. I really do.
I do
I
too. I feel
really
it.
do.
Thank you. That means a lot
And
to me.
you're very welcome, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. If I learned one thing in the last few years, it's really to pay it forward because, like I said, we help ourselves by helping others, and to
Yeah.
see how others are happy, it just, like, I know that every time you go to a breathwork class or to any kind of workshop that you go to, and some you have done, you always get out of it so, God, this is good. But I think you were not ready because of what happened last week. We're not going to get into it. But the chapter got closed last week, but it had to happen this way.
It had to happen this way. Yeah, and I'm in a much calmer place than I was. I feel very grateful for
Yeah.
everything. I honestly, there's no other way to put it. Like there's no more anger. Um, there's no more
Mm.
sadness. There's no more depression. There's no more, I want to hang you by your nuts from the tree and smack you like a piñata. Like there's no more of that. Like I'm at such peace. I don't know what to say. I'm just ready for whatever's next. I don't know what it is, but I know I'm ready, and I'm going to be really damn excited because again, I've earned it. I've
Like
earned.
I'm really, I've got some saltiness happening in the corner of my eye. I can't. I'm genuinely happy for you to see that transformation in you from when I first met you. You were already, I loved you right away. You know, I connected to you right away. But to see this so quickly in a few months, this change and growth is really moving. It
Thank
really
you.
is.
Thank you.
And
It's all God.
it's him, eh?
Amen.
Yeah, yeah.
Amen.
I you must have because you are okay. You're Jewish and you
In
are
Philadelphia.
religious. You are religious or faithful or spiritual. I mean,
I am very spiritual. I do not believe in anything under organized religion. I just don't. But I honor my heritage. I was born Jewish. My grandparents were Holocaust survivors. So if anyone did say to me, I'd be like, I was raised Jewish. I would identify as a Jewish woman.
okay.
But I'm very spiritual. Like I'm very
Yeah.
I'm very, very spiritual. God is the most important thing in my life. Like I read the Bible every day. I could quote Bible verses. Like I walk the walk, but I call it all spiritual.
It tells me a lot. I didn't know that your descendants were Holocaust survivors, and that's also a testament to you, my dear. And I'm saying this to you now, but I'm also saying it to the audience and the listeners that also have very strong descendants of whatever nationality they are, whatever religion they are. But if you have a strong background, you have it in you. You have it in you in your genetics to be a strong ass person and a fighter. That's what I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah, I learned from the best. Unfortunately, both my mother and nanny, like my mom, her whole life was fucked up because of what happened to my grandparents. Obviously, I don't know who it wouldn't screw up. But unfortunately, my mother could not get away from the mental illness. Whereas my nanny and poppy never spoke about it, never complained about it,
Okay.
never, it's like we shut it down, we never talked about it. So unfortunately, as me, I mean, I'm going to be 59 in December. I never talked about it because that's how I was raised. So I kept everything bottled
Okay.
inside, and I did a huge disservice to my body by holding all of that trauma inside. But once I was able to look at it from a different perspective, see my mother from a lens of love, see my nanny and poppy from a lens of love and compassion, everything changed. Like I was like, how they survived what they did, and they still showed up with a fucking smile on their face. Like, come on now, that is gold. That is my I was raised by miracle workers, like miracle survivors, and I have
Absolutely.
that in me. I have that in me, but I also have the part where I'm like, I want to be softer. I don't want to be like my nanny and mom who had to be strong
Okay.
24/7. I physically can't do that anymore. So I'm allowing myself to fall apart. I'm allowing myself to have bad days. I'm allowing myself to just be like, it is what it is. Can't do a damn thing about it.
Love
And
it.
that's helping me. That's helping me.
That's what you mean when you say that you want to give yourself grace. That you should people should give themselves grace
Have to.
is allowing themselves to have
Yeah.
those moments of downers, of crying, of depression sometimes. You can have it one day or
Oh,
2 days,
yeah.
but not 5 months. Not. I get it.
Right.
I get it. Okay. So what you're telling people is please have more grace and compassion towards yourself.
And if I'm being brutally honest, I don't care anymore.
Mm.
You will not have that if you do not have a higher power. I don't give a shit who you call it, Jesus, God, Buddha, Allah, Ralph, whoever you call, whomever you pray to, please, because
Absolutely.
I lived most of my life without God, and the minute I brought him into my life, I saw things so differently, and just the unconditional love. I could not love myself without the love God gave me, which I could not find for the longest time. Not to get all preachy, because you know I will. I don't.
A little birdie told me that you are ordained, right? Is that it?
I am actually an ordained reverend minister and not a 1-800 one. Like I did the fucking work. Not that I'm not saying that people didn't, but I didn't sign up to marry someone. Like I studied for a year. I've been studying
Okay.
now for 4 years. So yeah,
Okay. Wow.
I'm very passionate about my Rev Stacy shtick. I love her.
Yes, yes. Well, as you should be loving her. Yes,
And Jesus
absolutely.
was a Jew, so I have my little Jewish star on. So, that's my bro.
You do what you gotta do. You do what you gotta do, girl. Absolutely. But you know what? And you have a glow on your face right now. Even though my image right now is hazy, I'm gonna rewatch the video after. But you have a glow.
It said halo.
Yeah, I'm very.
Thank you.
You have a
Just
halo.
kidding.
You have a nice aura. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. I
What
appreciate
color
you.
aura do I have? When you see me, do you see my aura or you don't?
I see yellow. I see yellow. You're pure sunshine. You have a heart of gold, and you really just want to help people. Like you are as
Thank
authentic and
you.
as real as they come. Like sunshine.
Thank you. When I see you, because I also believe in auras and energies, of course, and when I see you, I see a golden, a white, yellow, a golden, I see that.
It's my
I
golden
see that.
era. It's my
Can
golden
you
era.
tell our can you tell
Thank you.
our viewers what an aura is?
Oh my goodness.
Just
Oy, without
yeah,
getting too woo-woo, it's
ah,
basically the energy. It's the energy inside of us. We have a pranic body. We have our mind body, our soul body, our actual physical body. Our pranic body is the energy. So when they say aura, some people can look at someone, you got the miserable puss, sour puss, okay? Obviously she's miserable. It's not just like you could feel their energy. So when you can feel someone's energy, you know, just it's basically who we are inside. What are we portraying? What is your aura? What is your light? What are you portraying? What are you putting into this world? Again, what are you bringing into this world? So yeah, it's the energy. It's inside of us, but it's
so
also very black.
example, if somebody's upset, if somebody's mad, they would normally have like a red or dark
Yeah,
energy,
you
a
could tell,
dark
you could feel it.
aura around.
Exactly. Or someone that's evil or someone that does bad things is just not a good human being. That's why they tell people to trust your intuition. Because the more you
No?
lean into your own intuition, you could start reading. It's not like rocket science. Anyone can read an aura. It's just, anyone can do it.
Okay. How? Because I talk about that like in my podcast. I in French I say a survol, like an overlay. But for stroke survivors, because this is a stroke survivor show, right?
Right.
And I do talk about or not aura, but what's the word that you talked about? Not intention, intuition. Thank you,
Intuition. Okay.
intuition. I often talk about trusting our intuition, trusting our gut feeling. Now, calmly, what would you tell our stroke survivors anything in regard to intuition?
you have to start trusting it. Again, you have to lean into that higher power and start trusting your intuition. Our bodies were meant to heal. Our bodies were meant to fully heal. And if we're tapped in to our own intuition, we'll get guidance. We'll be able to know where should we go with this, or should we be eating this and that. But yet, and again, people are afraid of it. I understand the woo-woo world is scary, especially for someone who would say like is a Christian or Catholic, whatever. But it really isn't. It's just tapping into your own body, your own inner wisdom inside of us that we all have. Like that's all it is, tapping into that inner wisdom, our soul. Why are we here? What did we come on earth to do? Like if you're not listening to your intuition, you're never going to know. And you're going to stumble the rest of your life. So yeah, intuition is huge. Intuition is huge.
So you gave a good explanation. I know, again, I made you, talk about the higher power, but you explained you have to heal yourself, and in healing you need to forgive yourself, right? If you want to heal, you have to forgive.
Take it from me as someone who had the hardest time with forgiveness more than anything else in my entire life. That was the hardest thing to conquer. And again, I could not do that without God. So I needed help with forgiveness. I really did, but you truly can't love yourself to the magnitude of the way you're supposed to love yourself without forgiveness. If you can't forgive anyone else, at least forgive yourself for the shit we put us through as women. Forgive yourself. Start there. And because, yeah, it's a huge difference going through life, just having that anger, that ball and chain of, well, I didn't forgive so-and-so, she's a fucking bitch. Let it go, man.
Yeah.
Like just let it go. And it's hard, especially for us with brain injuries. Like I struggled with this before my stroke and before the electrocution. It's not easy, but forgiveness will completely change your life.
It
And you're
will
doing it
free
for
you.
you.
Yes, forgiveness
You're not doing
frees
it for
you.
you.
Yes.
I mean, you're doing it for you, not anyone else. Do it for
I
you.
agree. I agree. I
Yeah.
started feeling better and feeling healed myself. And I did a live on this about forgiveness, why
Mm,
we should forgive, but also why we don't forgive. But
mm.
if you choose not to forgive yourself and forgive
You're
others,
poisoning.
be prepared to have what comes to you.
Yeah.
Your physical ailments,
Yeah.
your mental health, your stress level, your cholesterol, all that good stuff,
All of it.
all plays a part in not forgiving. But we could save the forgiveness or whatever, the intuition or the forgiveness, for a later date, because you're going to be coming back anyways. And what we're going to do, I would love, yes, I'm booking you already. I would love if one day you could, we'll arrange something to work with energies. And I know you're not clairvoyant at all, but I think that we
I
could
am.
work with you are. Oh, is there anything you're not, Stacy? Yeah.
No.
You're not patient.
I'm not what? I'm not what?
You were not patient before. Now you
I'm not
are.
patient.
You were
No,
not, but now you are.
I'd love to. Yeah, I mean, we're all psychic. If we open up to our intuition, we're all going to be, your mind's going to be blown. But yes, we're all psychic. I would love to teach about Reiki or the chakras. Again, just basic shit because our brains. But I would love it. I would love it. It changed my life.
We'll definitely work on something. So you guys are gonna have to come back, right? You listeners and viewers are gonna have to come back, because whenever Stacy is there, there's gonna be something exciting happening. So, do you have any final words, my dear, today?
So yes.
What's next?
So,
What's next? Do you feel called to do you have an offer? Do you want to give? What do you have next on the back burner?
yes. So I would like to offer two meditation classes, very, very magical classes. I call them lovegasms. Basically, come back to
Love
yourself.
it.
come back to yourself. So I'm offering that 5:16 in the evening. So probably around 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on 5:16, and then 5:27 I'm going to be doing 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm offering them for free. I would just like I'm
Awesome.
celebrating. I just got offered another breathwork opportunity. I'm celebrating that, so I would like to see what I'd like to give back a little bit. So we're doing laughter and light and a lovegasm.
Can I have a lovegasm? Can you offer me a lovegasm?
You will
I'm
you will never
kidding,
be the
I'm
same.
kidding.
You will
I
never
will
be the
not be
same.
saying no. Okay, wonderful. Make sure that you give me all the information. That way I can, by the end of the day, if you can send me all the information, that way I am going to be posting it with the video. Sounds good?
That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome.
Excellent. Well, guys, I told you Stacy's exciting, of course, and there's nothing shy of our show. We have neuroscientists, we have neurologists, we have physiotherapists, we have nutritionists, all stroke survival center, if that makes sense of what I just said. So you guys are going to have to stay tuned. Stay tuned. We have amazing lineups coming up. So I am going to thank you immensely for being here, Stacy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you guys, the listeners. Make sure when you are watching this on YouTube, you hit the bell. And on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, and Google Podcasts, you also can follow and like the podcast. You can leave comments for me, Karina, or for Stacy, of course. Just at Stacy, and I'll make sure she gets the messages right away. That being said, remember how much I love you, how much we love you, and we are going to be seeing you soon. Bye.
Namaste.